Hello and welcome back to Channel 98 Take Action News with Nicole Carty. The news you need to be informed and get involved. Let's jump in. You know what's crazy expensive? Poverty. See, interest rates are actually higher when you're poor, and random work schedules make it harder to find a better job or to take your kid to the doctor when they're sick. Dealing with medical bills when you don't have insurance leads to overdraft fees at the bank, and then bill collectors start calling, and that shit all affects your credit rating, and that makes it impossible to get just about everything. Yeah, that whole pulling yourself up by your bootstraps rags to riches rap? Not so much. Unless your bootstraps are made of crisp $100 bills. But there are always naysayers. Take Paul Ryan. Seriously. Take him. He recently attributed the cycle of poverty to lazy inner city men. Racist much? Seriously, how is that okay? People aren't even making the effort to code their language anymore. He also claims that this generational laziness is caused by entitlement programs, which, you know, feed hungry children. Those greedy little urchins. So cute though. Newsflash, Mr. Only works 113 days a year. The majority of those people you're so keen to dismiss as lazy actually have jobs. And those entitlements you speak of actually provide necessary support. Maybe if the working poor had a living wage, they could escape poverty. If Paul Ryan really cared about lifting folks out of poverty, he'd be targeting Wall Street culture, like Elizabeth Warren. She recently proposed that the United States Post Office start offering banking services, which was a brilliant idea that would provide critical service to areas with high rates of poverty. You know, the same neighborhoods that get preyed upon by loan sharks. Think of it as a public option for banking. But what does that have to do with Wall Street? I am so glad you asked. Turns out that this guy and this guy are pretty much the same guy. Bam! Mind exploded. Wall Street loves to wear a suit and tie, but they're actually the silent partners of these guys, providing much of their startup funding. And when those loans go bad, Wall Street makes billions in overdraft fees. Too busy to open up a branch in your neighborhood, but not above bleeding you dry when you're in a tough spot. Thanks, Wall Street. A bank in every post office that could provide a competitive alternative to one of Wall Street's most insidious predatory scams and create a trusted institution that could eventually attract higher rollers? Everybody wins, except Wall Street. That's it for this week. You'll find the citations for these stories in the description below, and in the meantime, let us know what stories you would like us to cover in the YouTube comments. Make sure to subscribe and check in again for more Take Action News.